Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. This is Abdurrahman from FXAltariq.com, and here is what's on my radar December the 18th, 2015. We start off with the Aussie dollar daily chart. We have a potential Acapulco setting up here on this particular trade. And in fact, you also have a bend trade that's setting up. So either way, will be into a trade because the entry point will be here if this candle holds up where it's at. Let's see what happens with the retrace here, but we could enter into a trade from the bend or get in from the retrace, but looking good for a Acapulco diver. Let's say I can tell you this: if you like to dive, I think we're going to be doing a lot of diving next week. With that said, the yen pairs are taking a bit of a tumble, but again, we see a bend trade here, and we also see a potential Acapulco setting up. Let's hope that this candle does not go too much further down, otherwise we'll have to make a decision as to when to get in on this trade from the bend or from the Acapulco off of the daily chart. We shall wait and see. The Aussie is taking a hit as well anyway. The Aussie Swissy trend line break for me. Confirmation close below the trend line. Is holding up here. We'll see where we get in on this one too. I like what I'm seeing on this particular trade for the Aussie against the Swissy as well. Let's move over to the EuroCAD, one that I'm in and holding. There's not much to be said about this. I think it's going to top out up here at any rate. This is the point where it should be topping out at, but we shall wait and see what happens on that particular trade. Doesn't matter which way that goes for me. Euro New Zealand, a trade in which we're in. We have a little bit of a retrace during the Asian drift session. Those of you who don't know about the Asian drift session, you can visit the blog at fxaltariq.com/FX forum and read up on the drift and why you need to catch the drift. Don't be scared of the Asian drift, guys. Just learn how to trade the Asian drift and make it work to your advantage. As we move forward, Great Britain yen looking good because of the yen, the dropping or the raising, I should say, of the yen against all of the other yen pairs. I misspoke on that last statement. With that said, let's hope this holds up, because we're not too far off of target number 2, which is around 130 pips away, and that can easily hit in today or definitely in early parts of next week. Let's see if we keep this closed. What happens normally is that towards the end of the New York session, there's a nice push with the euro and the Great Britain pairs. Don't know why. Those guys should be sleeping, but somebody's out there working overtime and being paid to work overtime. The Great Britain US dollar cable, out of that box. What we're looking for as a confirmation, Acapulco is being set up here on this level here. Let's see if this one holds up as well. Don't mind trading it. I like to see where it's going. Higher highs, higher lows, comes back up. Higher lows, moves back up. Lower highs, higher lows, moves back up. That is the way in which this thing seems to be trending now. Good move. Let's see what happens today with this particular candle. Would like to see a retouch up here better than the Acapulco, but we'll take what the market gives us. We won't be greedy. New on the list is the US dollar, the Kiwi dollar. Bend trade formation is setting up. They have a small closure underneath the 1.6704 on my mark, on my chart. So we'll see what happens over there. And I'm looking at the Great Britain Swissy. Need to move over to the weekly chart on this one to get a better idea as to what's going on that particular chart as well. We'll get back to that in a bit. Okay, cool. What you have is the wrong chart. That was a nice setup too. We'll go back to that. What you have here is the, I didn't like this bend here with this with these doji candles or neutral candles. They don't like those kind of bend setups. But we see what we have here. Not really feeling it. Need to go back down probably to the daily chart to get a good price action trade in on that level. Let's see what happens from that. With that said, let's go back to the US. The US CAD? No. US Swissy. US Swissy. US Swissy bend trade. You are obviously, you see the Swiss is just going to hold up with this deal. Nice bend trade, nice entry. But where are you going to go once you either going down or low? Okay, nice little analyst. We'll see what happens here with this candle today. It seems it goes down the move. US is still holding up. This is not a minor. This is not even a minor support and resistance zone. So it really doesn't matter. What you do is you do have a support and resistance line. Sorry, wrong way. Somewhere here. Alright, well, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, and support. Nice minor zone here. Once you learn how to eyeball these charts, you can see what's going on here. So, hey, cool. As it looks on the weekly chart from this perspective, but again, you see you're on the, you're on a weekly chart here. Got a potential Acapulco setting up. Let's see if this holds up here, and if so, Acapulco trade in the works off of the US Swissy. Put that baby in the bank. With that said, guys, I got some important news for you. We're going to go live with the what's on my Forex radar on Monday. We want to go live on Monday, and here is the link that you guys can follow it, and I'll put it in the notes inside the notes part here. You can go to bit 12/21 2015. Let me see if that's a correct link. Why I don't take up too much more of your time. Not the right link. The right link is 12/21/15. That is the link. You can head over to, if we get back to the chart, 12/21/15. Going to go live in the morning with what's on my Forex radar. So there's a link for you. It'll be inside the notes. You guys have a magnificent day on purpose, and maybe I'll give you an update after the Asian session. If not, talk to you guys on Monday live.